Hey everybody, how's it going? And welcome back to Hard Knocks, where I am going to finish the roof, I guess. Um, I really don't think I have enough. No, maybe I do. Do I have enough? I think I do. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 14 and 14 is 28. Is it 28? Yeah, it's 28. Okay, I have enough. I definitely have enough to do what I want to do. Okay, cool. Anyways, so oh, that was a loud screaming noise that that child just made. I want to get my bed, and I want to put my bed in my bedroom so that, you know, I have it, because that way, when it gets to be nighttime, I don't have to run all the way over there to sleep. I can just, you know, do it here, because that makes more sense. And that the screaming of the children is very, very distracting right now, and it's really annoying. I don't much care for it. I've also not been having a good day, so if I seem like I'm a little irritable, I apologize. I can't really help it. I mean, I can kind of help it, but not really. It's one of those things where I talk, not frequently, but I do talk about the issues that I've had in my neighborhood with people, certain individuals in the past, and one of these individuals keeps making false complaints and false allegations about myself and my mother. Mostly it's been targeted at my mother, but now she's bringing me into it. And I was told, well, I wasn't told, but my mother was told by a cop today that apparently I'm liable for arrest. Yeah, because apparently people can make false complaints and just get away with it, which makes about as much sense as a pig flying. So I'm really PO'd, because it's like I have my job and my life to think about, and it's like, when exactly have I been harassing you? Because I spend about any pretty much, I'd say about somewhere between 6 to 8 hours every day devoted to my job, which, and that includes commuting back and forth at my to my job, plus taking care of my mother and making these YouTube videos. When do I have the time to harass anybody? Not that I like contemplate doing such a thing, because I have better things to do with my life than harass someone, like ignore someone if I don't like them, because that's what a logical, intelligent, normal person does. But if you don't like us, that's fine. You don't have to like me. I don't care what her opinion of me is. Just shut up and leave me alone. It's like I literally leave my house, go to work, and then I come home. That's what I do. And I make YouTube videos in between, and it's like, not that it's funny, but it's like, what is wrong with you? I mean, I know what's wrong with her, but that's besides the point. And it's like, this is a person whose house has been drug raided twice. I wish I could take credit for that, but unfortunately, we had no part in it. They had been watching the house for a while, and they found a lot of stuff in that house. So she's been drug raided twice. Apparently, she's been investigated by DCF more than once. So, and that's just what I've heard. I don't know how true that is, but apparently that's what's happening. So if DCF is knocking on your door and you're being drug raided, there's like a drug raid on your place of residence multiple times, you got to take a look at that. I mean, it's plainly obvious that you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing if everybody and their brother is constantly at your door trying to figure out what it is that you're doing. So, maybe you need a new hobby. Like, I don't know, getting a job, or treating your children better, because it's not like I don't hear what she calls those kids, because she calls those kids some vile names. I mean, things that I won't even repeat on YouTube. As vulgar as I can get on this site, there are just certain things that I will not say ever. So, oh well, that was convenient how that worked out. So, anyways, um, the way I'm being treated is not convenient, but that's besides the point. So, I I don't know what I want to make the roof out of. I kind of want to do it out of cobblestone stairs because I think that would be really cool. But I don't know. I'm kind of going for a Nordic vibe here. Kind of. Well, I shouldn't say kind of because the reason why I did the 2-2-2 thing is because it looks cool. I should do a 3 up there, but I'm not going to. But I kind of want to do the like triangular shaped roof at the same time because I think that'll be really cool also. By the way, yeah, my door is open because I'm home alone right now, which is also why I decided to record because I figure if anybody decides to say anything about my behavior, I could be like, well, I've been recording since like almost 3 o'clock this afternoon, so that's what I was doing. So you're welcome to watch the recording of me playing Minecraft if you really need to know what I was doing with myself. So, yeah. And it's like, it's so funny too because I'm so active in my community, and you would think that, like, somebody like me who's so active in my community would garner some form of respect from the people in this, or I shouldn't say the people in this city, but, the people who work in law enforcement. But obviously that's not the case. Clearly they have no idea who I am. I'm making it sound like I'm like this super important person, and I'm not. I mean, I am, but I'm not. I'm important to life. Like, my life is important to me, and my existence in the world is important in terms of me being a human being and existing. But I'm not like Angelina Jolie or something. Where is... I need to get food before I do anything else. Otherwise, all sorts of problems are going to happen. I don't fish with a bow. I fish with a fishing rod, because that's what fishing rods are for. Oh, that was useless. Anyways, so yeah, I'm mad. You can tell when I'm mad about something too, because my ability to talk and play games at the same time becomes infinitely better. This is therapy for me. It really is. So, yeah, hi sheep. Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks for being a dunker. So anyways, my mother is in the process right now of trying to get a protective order against this woman. Now, see, here's what's pissing me off, okay? Oh, the other day, this woman went off on my mother for no reason. Like, my mother and I were literally sitting in my mother's bedroom talking to each other about stuff. Like, every morning and every evening, we talk to each other about stuff. That's just what we do. Like, not like every single morning, but most mornings. So, that's another pufferfish, okay. Anyways, so we're talking. And then all of a sudden, the woman next door just starts screaming at us from outside, calling us all kinds of names, wants to elbow my mother in the face, wants to kill our cats, and it goes on and on and on. And a whole bunch of other vile things, which I'm not going to repeat because it's probably going to get this video demonetized. So anyways, what ends up happening is we call the cops, and the cops, that's the third pufferfish. What? Okay, anyways, cop shows up, and the cop says, all right, I'm going to make a case number. We're going to build a case. So we're going to go talk to her, and if she does this again, and she probably will, we will make it clear to her that if this happens again, we're going to arrest her because she can't behave this way. So I'm waiting for it to be nighttime. If you're wondering why I just suddenly ran back in my house. So anyways, he's like, next time something happens, call immediately and refer to this case number. So this morning, well, that afternoon after we left the house, they stole all of our plants off our front porch. and which is a nasty and childish thing to do, but mostly nasty. So it gets documented. Of course, there's no visual evidence of it, so we can't prove it was her, but it's like, come on, who else would it be? You know what I mean? Like, who else? But in any case, so that's what we do. And so this morning, this woman starts up again, is threatening to hurt my mother. I wasn't here to hear it, but that's besides the point. The point is, I know that that's what was happening, and so my mother calls the cops, and that's where the whole, thing comes out where this woman's been accusing us of harassing her and how we're liable for arrest. And it's like, no. And the woman claims that we called DCF about the way she treats her kids, and I don't like the way she treats her kids. And I have a big problem with it. But I didn't call DCF. And that's not because I'm afraid to or anything like that, because, because I work in childcare, I'm actually mandated to do that. Technically, well, the kind of childcare I work in, I'm not mandated, actually, but where I used to work, I was. But that's besides the point. I care, but at the same time, I don't care. And the reason I don't care is because it's not part of my life. And I know that that sounds very mean, but I have other things to worry about besides what she does with her kids. So that being said, anyone who makes a complaint, or I should say reports something to DCF, or Child Protective Services, is protected by law. Those reports are anonymous, and you can't arrest someone or accuse someone of harassing somebody else because they see a situation that they deem to be unsafe for a child and they report it in good faith. You can't arrest somebody for that. I'm going to make that very clear. Just like how we have this thing called the Good Samaritan Act, where if you perform CPR on someone, they can't sue you if they end up with any kind of injuries or if it doesn't save the person. Because it used to be that, because CPR can actually bruise ribs. Even if you do it right, it can sometimes do that. Some people are more sensitive than others, and sometimes it can't save a person. And it's unfortunate, but it used to be that some people would actually sue a Good Samaritan. So that's why we have things like the Good Samaritan Act. And I'm sure that there's a specific law that refers to people who make anonymous claims to DCF. But the reality is you can't arrest somebody for that. You simply cannot do it. And I know this because I've done my research. That doesn't mean that I'm going to make a whole bunch of false complaints all over the place, and you certainly should not do that. But the interesting thing is, last year, somebody actually made a false complaint that my mother was abusing me. So these guys from CPS actually had to come to my workplace at the Peabody and confirm my age, which was 29, and when they saw my ID, I swear they wanted to vomit on the floor. They were so upset about it. That was a false claim, but they said that because, those things are anonymous, you can't charge the person for it. So why is it bad if we do it? We didn't do it, but if we had, why is that bad all of a sudden? It's like this woman gets away with so much crap, and I'm getting really sick and tired of it. And, I'm not trying to make this a bad gameplay video, but it's like, I gotta talk about something, while I'm fishing. But, that's basically my feelings on that. And so I'm gonna finish the house now. I think I have enough cobblestone, actually, to make enough cobblestone stairs to finish the house. I just wanted to have some food so that, I wasn't gonna die of hunger. Because that's bad. And if I'm gonna die of anything in a hardcore Let's Play, it's gonna be hunger. Which is the most embarrassing thing in the whole wide world. So that should be enough stairs. If it's not, I'm going to be a very sad panda. I don't need my bow. right now. So that's enough food for right now. Hey, an egg. Make a chicken! Or don't. Fine. Fine. Anybody who doesn't watch or hasn't watched my Minecraft with Friends series probably has no idea what that joke is from. I will put a link in the... If you are totally unfamiliar with that joke, then what I will do is I will just put a link in the description to the Make a Chicken video, and then you can understand. Because otherwise it won't make sense. I have this really bizarre obsession with chickens. Do not ask me why. I have no idea. I just realized what I screwed up. I need regular blocks of cobble. Okay, I need to go strip mining for that. So it's not like I didn't make progress on the house, okay? I did make progress. I made a lot of progress. I have kind of a roof. I mean, you know, snow will get in occasionally. Well, not snow, but rain will get in. And that's going to be a little uncomfortable when I sleep, but I have a house, more or less. I think I promised in the last episode that I was actually going to finish this. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to go. I'm going to strip mine a crap ton of cobblestone, and when I come back, I will finish the roof. And then it will be done. And I will find something better to talk about than all the problems in my life. So I'm going to go do that, and I will see you guys in a moment. Okay, I'm back. I think I have enough. I think. It's entirely possible that I don't, but I think I do. So, let's get to this. So, how do I want to do this? I could be conservative, and I could do the inside of the roof, like the inside in here to there, with wood, and just do the outer trim as cobblestone, because that could look really cool. We'll see. I'll do the outer trim first, and if I think I have enough to do a full cobblestone roof, that's what I'll do. But if I feel like I don't have enough, then obviously I won't do it that way. So the way that I want to do this is I want to go like that, and then like that, like that, like that, boink, boink, boink. Yeah, I want to do too high. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah, it's 4 high. That hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's... Owie! It's for science. No, really, it is for science. Totally for science. Oh, yeah, I'm totally gonna have enough cobblestone. Yeah, totally gonna have enough. It's so hard for me in this game to properly calculate how much of something I need, which is stupid, but... Or it kind of makes me look stupid. I mean, if I really spent the time on it, sure, I could do it. I just don't. It's not like I'm bad at math. I mean, I don't behave like I have an amazing, aptitude for math or anything, because the only math I understand is trigonometry and calculus. I think I've explained this to you guys a few times, that's like the weird thing with me, where trig and calculus, basically engineering math, I'm good with. You give me any other kind of math, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. So, yeah. It's funny how amplified my personality is when I'm pissed off about stuff. You know what I'm not pissed off about, though? The whole demonetization thing. Like, I might crack a joke here and there, but I actually really like the fact that they didn't change their policy, because everybody thinks they changed their policy. They never did. What they actually did was they just changed the way they enforce the policy. And I don't understand why that's so hard for people to understand, because it's a pretty simple concept. It's like, okay, so now we have to follow the rules like we always did. You know, because rules, I mean, heaven forbid we shouldn't make videos that harass people or are violent. I mean, all of the things in the policy are fair things for people to get demonetized for. I mean, granted, there are some people who have been hit by it in unfair ways, but I loved what H3H3 did because they did their research about this, and the policy has a new algorithm apparently, where it targets tagging and titles of videos. And some of the videos that were demonetized, regardless of what was being talked about in the video, the reason they were demonetized was because they had some really questionable tags. So if you put some really questionable tags on your video when you're actually talking about a different topic, aren't you kind of like breaking the rules a little bit there? Or basically like putting the nail in your own coffin? I mean, and you're going to be mad at YouTube for that. But I mean, there are some very big YouTubers who do not understand what is going on. Like really don't understand it. And I've none of my videos have been demonetized. I want to point that out. The only videos on my channel that are not monetized are videos that I have stated will never be monetized because they're thank you videos or, you know, response videos and things like that. Videos which are intended to talk about some very important topics without being like extremely controversial. And the whole purpose of that was to treat people with a lot of respect. And so, yeah. And I have not lost any monetization, so clearly I'm not doing anything wrong. And, you know, so there. But apparently that's a big deal. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about at this point, or like apparently that's just, you know, a big deal to some people. Um, I think I know what I want to do, but I need more wood to do it. Let me get my axe and go get wood. So yeah, but that's basically my feeling on that. I did watch a video that Captain Sparkles did about the monetization, and I wholeheartedly agreed with what he said, because he said something very similar to what I said a minute ago about how, you know, the policy they have now is the policy that they've always had. It's like nothing changed. They just changed the way they deal with it, which is good. And I don't know why anybody would be upset with YouTube for wanting the site to be both advertiser friendly, because that's kind of the point of this website, and also viewer friendly too, because what's not advertiser friendly is also not viewer friendly. I kids can there are a lot of videos that are not, you know, 18 plus that kids can get their hands on that still have very inappropriate things in them. And people really push it with a lot of stuff. There are a lot of things that like people really push. And it's and they get away with it. I mean, there are some very popular channels whose videos I like to watch, but lately, and I'm not going to name names, but some of their videos have not necessarily been breaking the rules, but they've been really pushing the boundaries of inappropriateness. And it's like, you do get that like the majority of your viewer base is very young, right? So, um, yeah, I mean, I my videos generally don't get seen by kids because of the way that I tag my videos and the way that I, you know, construct my videos. I look at my analytics, and most of my viewers are between the ages of 25 to 34 on average. So basically like my age. That's who I appeal to. I appeal to people my own age, and there's a fairly high percentage of people older than 34 who also watch my videos, interestingly enough. In addition to that, that roof looks weird. I'm going to fix that somehow. That roof looks really weird. I'm having like these second thoughts problems about the whole roof, and I'm tempted to just rip it down. You know what? I think I'm gonna finish this off camera because I I don't know what I want to do, and I think it's gonna drive you guys crazy. So I'm gonna finish this off camera. So when we come to the next episode, this will be done. Okay, like done, like the donest of the done, and then yeah, we'll move on to other things because there's other stuff that I want to do in this Let's Play besides build a house. I think this is the first time I've built a what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? I think this is the first time that I've actually built this type of thing in a hardcore Let's Play in a long time, which is saying something. And it's not like I don't think I can survive in a hardcore Let's Play for a while. It's just that I generally don't build in hardcore because I don't want to get attached to something and then lose it, because that can happen to me. I'm just gonna eat this. I'm too lazy to run over and get my fish. So anyways, I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this very odd episode. I'm sorry that I have bored you with this choice of commentary, but I hope you can understand. So anyways, I want to thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, then feel free to subscribe, comment, and like if you want to see more. Also, check out the Make a Chicken video. Let me go to bed before I get killed. So again, thank you guys very much, and I will see you next time. Okay, that was just a really weird way to... I couldn't just leave it like me staring at the ground like that. I can't... No, you're gonna stare at my adorable face in Minecraft for the ending of this video, because that's better. So anyways, yeah, see you guys next time.